Yeah, we got a full slate of Uranos here on Vinlandsaga. So you can expect to see a whole lot of Terma, a whole lot of Murmillo, and a lot of Prometheans. Alright, for those unfamiliar with this map, each player starts on a little individual island with the main land map there in the middle. There's very few resources on this beginning island, and for some reason Briefcase just deleted an oracle. Anyway, you got DoD on the top here, and you got JSS on the bottom. So what you'll probably see is about 430 advances for all the teams. You can see they're going to be throwing their oracles over in the middle, trying to scout, maybe get a few pigs to send back to their home base. It's a little unfortunate that we've got 6 Uranos, because that kind of makes the archaic age a little bit slow, because there's not going to be going a whole lot going on. But I'm anticipating they'll all use pretty much the same builds. One on food, one on wood, making fish. This next one will go to food. Well, he's cutting trees for some reason. Of course, he also deleted an oracle, so I'm not really sure what he's doing. I don't know if maybe that means he can save time on making a house. I'm not sure, but it's a little bit unusual. Looks like they all deleted one oracle, so it must have to do with getting an additional fishing ship in without having to build a house. Just looking at the fish, Chef's fish is a little bit bad. He's got the closest fish are down here for him. Ert's fish are pretty good. He's got 3 fish right in front of his dock. And here they're kind of sharing their fish here, which is not ideal. They should have communicated a little bit better and made sure they didn't just build docks right across from each other. Actually, what am I even talking about? These are on opposing teams, so that's why. Fox's fish are pretty good, and Shelty's fish are pretty good. So all in all, they all got pretty good fish, except for Chef, who has to go a little bit to find his fish. Let me know if you can hear me okay in the chat. If you can't, just tell me and I'll try to turn the volume up a little bit. Looks like they're all building their temples in their base. No forward building yet. Yeah. It is an option to ship off a villager early on and send them this way. He's got his 4 idols here, which he doesn't look like he's noticed. So we'll see if he has enough fish or enough food to advance, which he might not with. And he's got some pretty heavy idle town center time right now, and he's only made 3 fishing boats. He's not advancing yet. Actually, when I'm talking about, I got this minimized. But yeah, he's not advancing. He's advancing at 2%. He's not advancing. So we're all pretty slow in their advances. And Ert has some pretty heavy idle town center time. One thing that you can do, which it looks like, at least I didn't see any of the players doing, is that you can actually put pigs that you find on the mainland in your transport ship and send them back home, which will help sometimes if you're short on some food, which with this being a smaller berry map will result in some delayed advances. So right now, looks like Count is advancing the fastest. The rest of them, he's about 4:30. He'll be 5 minutes. He'll be about 4:45. Yeah, he's fat. Count's got the fastest advance. And looks like Chef is the slowest. So Count's already advancing. He's building a couple military buildings already on the mainland. Fox got 4 villagers over here already. And his allies, okay, now they're just sending these over. And okay, now they're just starting to send their villagers over. So what you're going to see here is just probably primarily land aggression, with maybe one player on each side making warships to do some fishing harass. But the mainland here is obviously very important. It's got all the resources, so even if like one team wins the sea when the other team wins the land, the advantage is definitely for the team that's got the land. This is interesting. You got Chef taking a very early town center, hoping to fortify the position here, which isn't really a huge town center to take because it doesn't protect any resources on the mainland other than some wood. Like for here, this town center has a gold mine. For here, their closest gold mine is way over here. So you got a few fishing harass. Looks like Briefcase is going primarily fishing boats or war boats right now. He's definitely he's outspammed. Oh wow, we got a Promethean rush here. The 6 Promethean will be strong enough to take the town center down too, but Briefcase needs to actually attack them. In fact, I'd like to see one more shipment of Prometheans come over here. I don't know what Briefcase is doing with his Prometheans. I mean, I guess harass is good, but needs to help take the town center down. If they can cut off this transport ship here, this would be huge. I really don't care what's going on the land right now. This is huge if you can if they use shockwave on this a few times. I think he's going to lose all his villagers. Oh, this is going to be huge. Oh, that's funny. Except if you're Count, when you just lost 4 villagers. So this is an interesting strategy we got going on here. Count's already down 4 villagers, and he's going to be down another villager here. You got some hero oracles finally arriving to help out, but we got 3 DoD Prometheans running around here. Need to do. It's a nice block here, but he's still going to get in. But they need to focus fire on the town center here with the Prometheans. Like these 4 running around not doing much. Anyway, moving to land real quick. Got another battle here on the land. Ert's got a pretty large army. Their military army on the land is probably in favor of JSS a little bit right now. If they don't get this town center, that's pretty bad for them. They should have gotten it. I mean, losing the 4 villagers is huge. But these oracles, yeah, they should have been able to take this town center down. They kind of misplayed their Prometheans a little bit. But 4 villagers down, I mean, it's the equivalent of 12 for a regular civilization. That's a pretty huge loss. Let me make sure you can hear me okay. Alright. No complaints. So I'm going to give the early advantage here, a strong early advantage to DoD. Just with Count losing 5 villagers here on his mainland. He is keeping his town center, but I guess it's really not huge to kill it, because even if he makes villagers, I mean, there's really not a whole lot they can do on the mainland. So you see Fox has a 2nd town center on the mainland. You got Sheltie taking a 2nd. Chef's got his 2nd here. But again, if DoD now just focus purely on the land, they're going to be able to do some damage because JSS closest gold mine is right here, and it's completely unprotected. So if they get some good scouting in, they should be able to figure out that this is the only gold mine that JSS has on the mainland. This is a little bit overkill now for the boats. fact, he's just losing them to the town center here for no real reason. But the main fight is here right now. If DoD can press their land advantage, they should be able to win this. The problem is they can't let this get up. They need to do a little bit more raiding, checking around to see, because I mean they know where every town center is since they're Ranos, so they should be knowing that JSS is going to try to take more town centers. So they need to keep an eye out on this over here. So right now JSS, their goal right now is just to keep these armies busy. Alright, finally he's checking this town center over here. I don't know if they got their shockwaves up yet, not quite yet. So they're not going to be able to shockwave the villagers. But yeah, the JSS is moving in to defend pretty well. So we got Briefcases. He's got a decent amount of idle warboats. Okay, now he's bringing them down. But DoD kind of lost their opportunity a little bit to reconnect. I'm really not sure why it did that, but sometimes it does that. So right now, very interesting, you see that DoD's actually got the score on the short end of the score stick right now, which probably due to the fact that we got Urt with a really strong fish boom right now. He's got a really good economy, and Chef has a good economy too. And DoD, despite handcuffing Count so hard early on, they're not. I mean, it should theoretically be a 3v1 or 3v2 on land right now, but they're not doing a real good job of pressing their advantage. Right now, Chef is fighting Briefcase here. Briefcase not doing a very good job managing his boats. He's just firing at this dock, losing a lot. You know, if they made like 3 more Promethean and just attacked this town center, they could finish it off. I'm not sure why they don't. And you look at Count score, it's only 900 points, which is way below everything else. That's a really good shockwave. But they weren't able to capture the army, so it didn't end up being really huge. Another shockwave, and they get more units there. So right now you have DoD as 1 more town center on land, 1 more town center than the JSS does. Right now it's just JSS just needs to buy some time to get get Count back in the game. Urt with a real fast heroic advance, just due to the fact that he just has so many boats. He has the most fishing boats of any player by far. Oh, there's a little bit of a lull in the action. I'm going to check resources real quick. You see Chef's at the top. Urt actually, he's pretty good. He doesn't have as many resources as I thought he would. You just see Count way down there at the bottom though. And even in team, you see it's not a huge difference, but definitely in DoD's favor. Not sure if Urt's fast heroic, if he's going a fast mythic, which he does have a market already, so he might be going for a fast mythic. In which case, if you are the first player to get Mythic, you can do a decent amount of damage on the sea just by using the warboats to kill the starting town centers for everybody else. I'm trying to trap these units here, but it didn't quite work out. Wow. If JSS can park an army right here, you got 13 villagers cutting wood off of that forest. Need to focus on getting some of these back town centers and not making sure that JSS doesn't take any of the town centers in the back. See, right now you got a lot of armies running around for both teams, but none of the armies are really doing a whole lot of damage anywhere. You just got one army running, chasing this army who's just running around. If they can park both their armies here, right on the gold, that'd be a good move. 'Cause right now they do have, there you go. So like I said, Count's just so far behind. He doesn't have an army. So this is what I was hoping I'd see a whole lot earlier. Is all three DoD armies just parking right here by the gold mine. But they do need to watch out here, or Fox is going to lose his forward building villagers. They lost one, but this army's going to fall before the rest can get killed. Earth's army, since he spent all his resources on going heroic, his army is pretty small, really, and even Chef's army is pretty small too. But despite the fact that it's mainly 3v2 on land, they still got DoD on a little bit of a. They're still struggling to maintain aggression. We've got all these Terma. Problem with DoD right now is I think they're focused a little too much on Terma and don't have enough Murmillo. So you got Shelty reaching heroic age now, so he's finally up. You got these boats sitting here idle, been there for a while. So again, you still got, okay, they got just these two gold mines yet. But the battle here on land is actually pretty even right now. It's a pretty big fight over this town center right here. Right now you don't have any of them going after the three town centers in the back. You see DoD picking up a pretty good lead in the score. It's getting a little bit more as time goes on, just because Count's just falling a bit further behind, just due to the fact that he lost the 4 villagers early on. It looks like we finally have Shelty going to the back here, trying to build one of the back town centers. Let's take a quick look well, we'll wait till this battle's over before we look at upgrades. He's a pretty big battle here. Looks like DoD will eventually end on top, but you got this town center here, which is going to help out a ton. But yeah, this is the only fighting that's going on in the whole map. Is right here. There isn't any water fighting right now. So there's not a whole lot to say other than you just got a whole ton of ranged units fighting each other. You got Fox is up Mythic right now through EK, which means he's gonna poop a Tartarian date somewhere. If I were him, I'd put the Tartarian date back here. Alright, so you see DoD is getting the advantage here. Alright, we got the Tartarian date right here. Not a bad spot either. It's not going to interfere with any villagers though. So right now it doesn't have a huge effect. It will eventually take these buildings down if JSS doesn't react. We also had Urt used his Tartarian gate. Where did he? Okay, Urt put his here. Oh wow, I didn't see this attack right here. Just a few destroyers took this down. This is a much better Tartarian gate, given that JSS can keep the aggression here. Otherwise they're going to lose the Tartarian gate to the army here. They can keep the pressure on this gold mine here. This is all of Fox's gold right there. Yeah, they're kind of not really doing a whole lot with this gate right now. They really don't care. Yeah, this is going to be a good raid right here. I don't think DoD knows that these units are coming. So this Tartarian gate is down already. And this one isn't down yet just because they don't have any military to take it down. Still not anything going on in the sea right now. He is pushing them off of this gold mine here, but they still have a gold mine here, although it is almost out with 500. Now Fox is just making a Titan on the mainland, and you got Shelty taking the 2 back town centers right now. It's going to be tough to use a god power over here. Though if you use Implode right around here, it will do some damage. Because one of them has Implode. Or no, he's got Vortex, not Implode, I forget. For Count being losing 4 villagers so early, JSS is holding on pretty well. But the problem is I don't think they're going to be able to have any reaction to this Titan Gate. I don't think they're going to have time to get their own Titan Gate. Okay, they prevented this town center from Shelty, which is pretty good. You actually look at town centers, JSS actually has the advantage in town centers right now. I'd like to see somebody on land or on the sea start making upgraded siege ships and take down all the town centers. It doesn't look like anybody's got any sea or any military boats yet. Got another person. We got Shelty going up to the Titan Age right now. And now on land, you actually have JSS has the advantage as far as the aggression. The only problem is you got this Titan Gate here. Looks like or Chef might be trying to do a Vortex, but just with all these military buildings here, it's not going to do much. I mean, it'll delay it a little bit, but I mean, you're vortexing about 11 military units. It's not going to do a whole lot. To be honest, it's kind of a waste of a Vortex to use it here. And it killed 2 villagers. But that's about it. And it killed 2 villagers. Yeah, he's doing a really good job on the land right now. Urt's actually kind of the star player right now, camping on their gold mine here. If all he has to do is send a few units over here and he can take that out. He's got a second Titan Gate going here. No battles on the... Okay, we finally have Chef with some siege boats now. He's got the first siege boats of the game. Other Vortex coming in. Again, it's not going to do much, especially when you're Vortexing in even fewer units than the time before. Despite the fact that DoD has the score advantage right now, I'm a little bit worried about their chances. Because they have been pushed off all of the gold on the island based on just Urt's really good aggression. And also you have on the water, you have Chef. He's the only one with military boats right now. And I don't think DoD is going to be able to prevent this Titan Gate in time. It'll be close, but with some good blocking of the Titan, they're going to not be able to... I think they're going to get this built in time. So yeah, so we got the destroyers coming up here, which is good. The problem I'm sure DoD finds himself in right now is the fact that they are at a severe disadvantage with population. You look, they have 10 town centers to 7 to DoD. It's a good Tartarian Gate. It's really going to interfere with this. I think maybe with the Tartarian Gate and the Titan, Blue's kind of lost because of this forest. They might be able to get this down in time. But yeah, Fox kind of did a bad job of sending his Titan over. He just just a pretty bad angle. Alright, this is a good army to send over here. This is pretty huge. If DoD can get 2 Titans out, without JSS getting any, DoD will probably end up winning the game. So this is huge right now. Earth's losing all his villagers right now. He's not going to end up getting this Titan. Got 1 town center fell for DoD on land. So what you're going to see here is you're going to have 2 Titans by DoD on the mainland and none by JSS. And I think the Titans might be enough to give DoD the advantage on the land. Like, he doesn't even need to use a Titan to kill this now, just with a good Tartarian game. They did lose a town center here. I mean, right now DoD's sitting at 3 town centers. The JSS 9. But DoD has 2 Titans on the mainland to JSS 0. But you have JSS just completely dominating on the sea. And DoD can't react because they don't have the population space for it. So this is, I think, despite the fact that they are going to have 0 Titans, I think JSS is going to be able to hold on to this game. It's because it really doesn't matter if the Titan takes down town centers, because JSS just has such a strong advantage. Needs to move, yeah, and you need to kill that off, I guess. So yeah, right now you have DoD completely pushed off of their island town centers. But at the same time, they're kind of on the defensive on the land too. This has been a really good game by both and Chef right now. They've done a great job, especially with taking all the town centers in the back. And you got just applying a ton of pressure to the back here. Probably going to see this town center go down. Yeah, so you got this town center down, and now you have DoD all the way down to just 2 town centers. And they're forcing to use the Titans. Like I said, they can kill town centers on the mainland, but it's really not a huge deal when JSS still has 8 town centers standing on the mainland. I think DoD's gonna have to call it pretty soon. They just don't have anything on the land. They don't have anything on the sea. About all they got going for them is the 2 Titans. I can't believe DoD just let JSS just take all the island settlements like that. Yeah, they just can't build this town center. And Earth's just doing a really good job forward building. And you got strong pressure coming up right here by Chef. Yeah, this was just a phenomenal comeback by JSS with Count injured so badly at the beginning. Just said, great play by Ert and Chef. Basically taking a 3v2 the whole game, just with a little bit of help from Count all game. But yeah, DoD's got 2 town centers, 2 Titans. JSS has everything else. Get Shelty is able to build this town center back. But Chef's stealing this town center, and he's destroyed this one again. So yeah, it's only a matter of time before DoD runs out of energy. I really didn't think JSS had much of a chance there after the beginning, but man, they really came back. They came back strong. Fox trying to take a town center. It's just right now they just have 0 pop and a really long trade route here. One problem the Atlanteans do have though is they really struggle to kill Titans, and this Tartarian gate here is actually doing some pretty good work over here still. Chef needs to kill this town center again. So you got the Titan there, and this one is clearing up. Or so this gold mine that has 0 gold left. The problem is they use the Titan to take these town centers down, but they're just going to just rebuild them back. Problem is though, Earth doesn't have much for villagers now anymore. So DoD's holding on, and they're holding on pretty well, but still they're at a huge settlement disadvantage. And you got, alright, ton of tiny little trade caravans down there. Yeah, the map's actually getting pretty sparse for gold mines right now. There aren't very many left on the map. And now Chef, now that Ernst's attack has kind of disappeared, now you have Chef as kind of the main attacker on land right now. And you just look, this is about DoD's army right here. This is about all of it. He's going to lose this town. He needs to repair this town center. And he's just running his army right by Chef's army. So he's going to lose this town center with his army running who knows where. Yeah, there that goes. Alright, they're fighting. He's fighting over this gold mine here. Here comes the Titan. You got this one down here still just running around killing town centers. Yeah, Ert's out of gold. He's asking for gold in the chat. But yeah, I mean, you just look. I mean, nobody can trade right now. And they can't mine gold. At least not until the Titan clears all this out. And DoD just doesn't have any army other than the 2 Titans. You got Chef taking this town center with 1 villager and an Arcus. Man, all these villagers have just been running around forever, not doing anything. Yeah, he found this gold mine up here. Yeah, sending this Titan back, but it's only a matter of time as Titans are running lower and lower on hit points. You got Chef taking a real strong attack up here. So, DoD's kind of just drawing this game out. It's been kind of over for a while. They did finally notice this town center getting built. So despite being 6 Atlantean, this turned out to be a pretty interesting game. With DoD with a real strong early lead, but they just failed to capitalize on it. And then their main shortcoming came when they allowed JSS to take control of all the town centers on the sea. For the longest time, DoD's been sitting with about 2 town centers and 0 pop space. He's still got this Tartarian gate up here. It's just completely cleared that area out. And you got Shelty calling it a good game. Fox resigned, and you got game 1 going to JSS. So that was a pretty unexpected ending there. I mean, you see Count losing 4 villagers about the 8 minute mark, and I mean, this is a good strategy by DoD shipping the Prometheans over and attacking the town center, but they just didn't capitalize as well as they could have. We'll take a quick little look at the post game. You see the strong advantage DoD had for so long, and then right about the 24-minute mark when they started losing their water town centers, it's when their economy dropped off. You look at the military unit population. They had a pretty strong advantage 8 minute mark, and they had the military advantage all the way up until about the 18-minute mark, and then that's when they started losing their town centers. So yeah, you see it's pretty even all the way up until the 20-minute mark, and then all of a sudden you got the town center destruction. And they went from 7 at 22 minutes to just 1 at the 27-minute mark. Yeah, wow. Pretty good game there.